Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your week ahead, October 22nd to October 31st, 2019. Thank you for being here. So glad you could make it. Happy Halloween. Now, Sagittarius, when I was tapping into your energy, what I was picking up is concern, but also it's like you are trying to figure out which way to go or how to go about something that will lead you to what it is you want to attain or achieve. You may even feel that the path to what you want to arrive or get to may feel blocked somehow. Or it's challenging to navigate or to get progress. I also was picking up that something about you perhaps trying to do something in either an official capacity, or you dealing with someone that's in an official capacity, like someone that's in authority, or maybe a professional, or dealing with an official person. This may be connected to what it is that you're trying to do, or the path you're trying to move down or move in. You may be trying to get some sort of assistance or help. You also may be just trying to do something in an official capacity. So let's get into your messages, Sagittarius. Spirit, what is the biggest theme and focus for the Sagittarius Collective, October 22nd to October 31st, 2019? What is the biggest theme and focus for Sagittarius Collective, October 22nd to October 31st, 2019? Universe, Spirit, what is, thank you. Wow. Okay. Your three cards that came out, Sagittarius. The first one is Abandonment. Then you have Empowerment. And then you have Endurance. So, Sagittarius, with Abandonment here, I feel like there's something that you're trying to do. Again, that's what's coming through. It's like something you're trying to do. It's almost like trying to move a mountain. But whatever it is that you are trying to do, you have found that you have had to abandon it for a time. Because it's just something you can't do anything with, given your circumstances. Just things have not been lining up for you to be able to take whatever it is that you feel that you have abandoned or have had to abandon. It's because you can't do anything with it right now, and you just feel like it's like you've had to abandon it. And it's like it's something you didn't want to have to put down, and that's why it feels like abandonment is something you didn't want to have to put down, but you had to because you can't do anything with it right now. This might be around a creative project or just around a specific plan or agenda. It's just something you can't roll with right now. And I just feel like even though you have had to put it down, Sagittarius, you also didn't. Meaning, you've been trying to, when you can and as you can, still find a way to be able to come up with a solution or a way to address this so that whatever that you've had to abandon and set down, find a way so that it gives you the empowerment to pick it up and move with it and act and do what you want with this. With empowerment, I feel, Sagittarius, with it being connected to abandonment, I just feel that this is you experiencing empowerment issues, your ability to be able to muster muster the ability. And this isn't any lack of will or lack of strength. This doesn't feel like this. But I do feel that it is affecting perhaps your self-esteem, and if not, it's definitely causing you stress. But you're having a problem with being able to be empowered or gain the empowerment to be able to go back and pick up what you've had to abandon for a time and what you have been mercilessly, I'm hearing, trying to find a way to come up with a solution that allows you to return to it so you can pick it back up again and make moves. But you're experiencing empowerment issues. Whatever you've been doing to try to get this resolved, you have not been able to sufficiently and adequately get in position that allows you to be or achieve the empowerment needed for you to return to what is abandoned or you've had to set down so that you can go back and retrieve it and do what needs to be done. And so now with endurance, you're not giving up. You are in the storm, in the thick of it right now, where, shit might be hitting the fan. The things are happening left and right. You may feel the furthest you ever have from what it is that you had to lay down that you can't run with right now. Because there's just so much happening, so much that's going on outside of your power and ability because you can't control the weather, right? You just can't get control of this, and there's things that's happening outside of your control. But with endurance here, I feel there may be a bit to your endurance waning, but you still will stand. Even in the darkest of the dawn, you stand. You're not giving up. Even if it feels like your ability to get to find a way to become empowered to return to what you had to leave and get to a place of strength so that you can go back and get it and do something with it. Feels like it's dead and buried and hard to dig back up because she looks like she's dressed for a fucking funeral. There's lightning. So even though things may be out of your control right now and things are happening around you, external factors that's getting in the way, lightning can also strike at the right time where an opportunity can and finally open up for you. But endurance is required. This is the time where you don't give up. I don't feel you will, even though you may think you should or even want to at times. Because this here is the look of somebody that is like, you know what, just fuck it. Just, it's over. It's done. It's may even be thinking you're beating a dead horse. But it's something about the look in her eye. You can't let this go. Endurance. You got to stick with it. You're going to stick with it. You need to stick with this. This could be a creative project. This could be about you trying to get that paper, that money. Maybe you need a sponsor or sponsors. I don't know. It's something that you want to do right. You want to do this, whatever this is. When you go, you want to be able to go back to it because you need to be able to do it in an official capacity. This is something that you want to do it right. It's a path you want to have opened up to you. And you're concerned about it now because you've probably been at this for a while and you're not seeing the signs towards you being able to return to this the way you would like or hope. And it's getting to you. Let's see what else we can see for you, Sagittarius. Spirit, any other messages for the Sagittarius collective with these messages they received October 22nd to the 31st, 2019? Any other messages for the Sagittarius collective October 22nd to the 31st, 2019? Dear Spirit, any other messages? Thank you. You have majority. Let's see if anything else comes up. Any other messages? Thank you, Spirit, for the Sagittarius collective October 22nd to the 31st, 2019. Thank you. And you have conversion. You have majority. I don't know if can you see that? And you have conversion. So with majority here, I feel like you're having trouble catering to the majority or to whatever audience that you are soliciting for support or backing or what it is that you are looking to receive that allows you to get empowerment. There's issues with that. But also, whatever you are focused on that you have abandoned for a time and you want to return to, this is something that you feel it has the potential to be big, that will allow you to that will put you in a space where you are the majority, where you will have or receive the most for it of a group. It's like where you feel like you will be able to measure up and maybe even surpass competition. With conversion here, I feel you've been trying to figure out how to generate what you need to do what it is that you've been trying to do, through trying to see what way you can convert this situation through an exchange to get some sort of resource through what you can do or make happen, perhaps in official capacity or through an official person, to acquire the resource that you need or the money between yourself and another. But there may be a problem with the formula. There's discrepancies with that, where if there's an exchange or some sort of trade, it may be unreasonable. And so your ability to have that conversion or the exchange, you just cannot comply, or that party cannot comply. Thereby, the resource cannot be obtained or acquired. And you have that stalemate and that lack of empowerment. You've been experiencing unreasonable conditions, or what you see as unreasonable conditions. And you want to go into any conditions or agreements, especially in an official capacity, that do not raise grave concerns for you, where the cost may be too great for you to pay. Or to commit or contract or be in a contract with. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And so you continue your search. You continue to try to see how you can change this shit up and make what you need to do or want happen. Spirit, what does the Sagittarius Collective need to know about with these messages? October 22nd to October 31st, 2019. What does the Sagittarius Collective need to know about with these messages? October 22nd to October 31st, 2019. What is in the recent past for the Sagittarius Collective? What is in the present? The future? What is the Sagittarius Collective attitude and energy towards the situation? What is the Sagittarius Collective concern and challenge? And what is the likely outcome? And from the bottom of the deck, what is the overall energy surrounding Sagittarius Collective, October 22nd to October 31st, 2019, please? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I also feel too, for some reason, Sagittarius, I'm just putting this out there. What else is coming through is some of you, I feel, are dealing with a sense of abandonment with regard to a connection you are involved with, where there may be issues of you having trouble with intimacy, and you may feel that there's an imbalance of give and take, where there may be a lack of intimacy. And you may be struggling with your ability to have empowerment in a situation. You feel powerless perhaps because you may feel that this issue is not being addressed, or who it's concerning the exchange to convert, to change the situation. You've been having trouble having progress. You've been trying to endure, but this may be a struggle for you. Simply put, somebody's sex game is off for you, Sagittarius, and you fed up. You've been trying to get this handled and dealt with. You feel you're experiencing abandonment with it because you're not, you feel like your needs aren't being met, not only in a physical way, but in terms of it being addressed to change it is being ignored, or not being taken seriously, or not being made a priority. And you've been enduring it and you're tired of it. You might want to like put that head to bed. You like, listen, just rest in peace because the shit ain't working. Somebody might be a quick draw, or can't rock, or not rocking steady, or not enduring, lacking endurance. Lacking stamina. There's a dysfunction. Red alert. There's a problem in the bedroom. Sagittarius is done with it. Sagittarius is tired of it. Sagittarius ready to just go ahead and end and move on. Sagittarius tired of enduring it. Feeling abandoned. Sagittarius don't like that. Sagittarius about to get into an empowerment mode. Watch out. Somebody need to get concerned. Take the necessary steps to convert this situation so Sagittarius can be pleased. Treat this like an official matter for Sagittarius. Let's get into this. That message was for some of you. You know who you are. Woo. Okay. At the bottom, the overall energy, you do have the Page of Wands. So if you take a look at this page, this is fire energy. This is Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. But as an energy, in your overall energy, Sagittarius, this is you wanting to go move in the right direction, and a new one at that. The thing is, you might be a little impulsive, a little hasty. You might be a little abrasive. You might be a little immature or premature. But it's all for the sake of going in a new direction, because you want growth. You want expansion. You want prosperity and abundance. You're trying to create something. You're trying to birth something. You're trying to nurture something. You might even be, for some of you, this is about you wanting pleasure. Adequate pleasure. You want success. Luxury. So this is you looking to move in a new direction here. Perhaps gaining some enthusiasm. Fueled by frustration, perhaps. In the recent past, you got the Knight of Pentacles. So with the Knight of Pentacles, for some of you, I think something came to a stop, to a halt. You might have caused it. Or you may have experienced this, where, something that you were working on or trying to do, trying to get done, or trying to establish, or that you were dedicated to, or trying to get some help with. The Knight is this Knight, the Knight of Pentacles, is the slowest Knight in the deck, or the slowest Knight of the Knights. I feel that this was definitely communication was heavy with this Knight of Pentacles, with all this blue here. Okay, there was a lot of communication, perhaps with regard to trying to get some help. It is possible for some of you that some help was coming through, but you may have rejected that help. It may have been an impulsive response. You may have felt hasty, or it was just something that, because this page looks a little bit shocked, just a little bit, like, what? And so at present, you got Judgment. So a final decision may have been made here. With Judgment here, you may be where you are being judgmental, critical of yourself, because you may have rejected some sort of offer or help of money or a resource. And so you're being hard on yourself right now, because now that you, in hindsight, you're thinking about it, you probably feel like, that was too hasty, irrational, impulsive, premature. Cut that shit out, okay? Nothing just happens. Don't be hard on yourself. All right? This is the time now just to focus on what other choices you can, or decisions you need to make with Judgment. Focus on how else you can rise to the call. Focus on how, or is there any other way to meet what or where you want to make an amends, or get some sort of rejuvenation or second chance. Now, in the future, you do have this Two of Pentacles. So in the future, you're juggling. You're juggling perhaps your money, your resources, You're juggling two things. You're adapting, making changes. Perhaps weighing up options that you come across in the future with this Two of Pentacles. Your attitude towards the situation is the Eight of Cups. You want to move on from what's not serving you, whatever's causing you emotional unfulfillment. You want to move on. You want to be done with the shit. You want to be able to go in the new direction, that new journey, that new path that you've been trying to have open to you. Your concern is this Four of Swords. You're concerned about your ability to consider, to contemplate, to meditate, and to figure out how you can put to rest the restlessness of it all. And get some peace around this. Your challenge is the Knight of Wands. Now you could be dealing with someone embodying the Knight of Wands energy, but in terms of this thing you want to go back to and see movement with. This is you wanting to be able to get that horse so you can ride it and have movement towards the thing that you've had to abandon and you can return to. The challenge is, what action can you take? What creative action you can take? What moves can you make so that you can see movement with this, so you can return to it and pick it up and get that moving and be empowered and persevere through the endurance that you have been keeping with this. Because right now you're a little perplexed. You may not be sure where to turn now, who to talk to. You may be concerned that you're fresh out of considerations, or that you may not be given any consideration anywhere else. Now, for those of you where, there's problems in the boom boom room, the challenge is addressing Quicksilver, or addressing the inability to ride because the steed is not there and needs some help, some medical attention. Maybe. And how do we fix that? And can it get fixed? Or will it get fixed? And how long that's going to take? Because there's no horse, and it doesn't look like, if there's any intention to work on it, that they're going to get there anytime soon. And so the likely outcome is this Ten of Swords. I don't like this, Sagittarius. This Ten of Swords, look at this. This looks painful. This looks like ruin. This looks like an ending. This looks like complications. This looks like mental anguish. So for some of you, this is an ending. For others of you, this is you trying to avoid an ending and seeing how you can resurrect shit. Trying to resurrect what needs to happen in the boom boom room, and trying to resurrect what you had to abandon. This feels painful, difficult. Tell me more about this Ten of Swords for Sagittarius. Sorry to that man. Tell me more about this Ten of Swords. Tell me more about this Ten of Swords for Sagittarius, please. Thank you. Two of Swords. Decision. It may be a stalemate. It may be an issue with being able to make a decision, or trying to make a decision to bring something to an end. But you got that devil here. There's some sort of oppression, some toxicity, feeling stuck, feeling bound. Again, this is still feeling like you not being able to find a way to get empowered. Look at that. That don't look good. Everybody look oppressed. But you know what? One person got an apple. The apple of your eye. Now the devil, Capricorn energy, you could be dealing with the Capricorn, but also with the devil here, even though the devil can talk about, feeling stuck or dealing with a crisis or having some fears maybe. I mean, this here is a lot of mental energy, okay? This is mental energy. So there may be some complications with a decision or trying to bring it into a stalemate. You may not be able to, it may be difficult to make a decision, or you may not be able to see clearly which option to take, or you may not know what your options are. But with the devil energy here, this is about, even if you feel stuck or there's some fear, there may be obligations here. The devil energy is still an energy that if you harness it and transmute, you can focus on using this energy to overcome, using this energy for freedom, using this energy to face your fears, even living in a more balanced way if needed. But using this energy to become empowered. So I say to you, Sagittarius, be mindful. This is a lot of mental energy, okay? This is in the realm of thought, okay? So be careful about what you're thinking about. Don't entertain negative thoughts. And whatever complications or issues that you're dealing with, don't let it plague you to cause you to become oppressed and paralyzed by it. But instead, figure out how to be empowered, how to face your fears, how to get free, and how to address, if it's a crisis, to overcome it. Let's get into what the guidance is. Spirit, what's some guidance for the Sagittarius collective? What's some guidance here for the Sagittarius collective? And it, for you with this Knight of Pentacles, something's taking a long fucking time. Too long for you, right, Sagittarius? What is some additional guidance for the Sagittarius collective? Okay. Serenity. Somebody else got this. Serenity now. Compassion, acceptance, and contentment. Okay? This is a 37 breaking down to a 10. So this is about, even though there are things you're trying to culminate, maybe even reinstate or restore a transition or even as you experience a pause, or seeing how you can get something renewed, or trying to have preparation and get help that allows you to move into the next cycle or the next phase. And you may be experiencing struggles with that or blockages with that, where your ability to be empowered isn't easy or even possible, and endurance is still something you very much need to cling to. Whatever you have had to abandon, whatever you do, don't give up, but do find some acceptance. Have compassion, don't be hard on yourself, and find contentment with this situation so that you can move on from what doesn't serve you. And by you being able to move on and get control of your emotions and your thoughts, you may very well be able to bring this to an end or resurrect through your ability to find a decision that will bring you peace. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching. Bye.